What's up, people? Alex here, back with some more Resident Evil 3. And we're on part 3, and I feel like we are roughly halfway through the game at this point. It certainly feels like it. Excuse me. And, as for what happened last time, well, we finally ran into Nemesis for the first time, where he chased me pretty much throughout the city block twice. The first time being while I was running around trying to collect stuff I missed, and of course, activating the subway, where he then chased me through a sewer filled with Hunter Gammas, and we've had our first true boss fight with him on a roof where he had the flamethrower, which, to my understanding, was not something he had in the original game, but it was a good boss fight, a nice two-phase encounter where you had to like shoot off his flamethrower fuel tank and then finish him off from there. Then he went chasing after me again, this time with the rocket launcher, and so on and so forth. And, ran away from him, thought we lost him. Of course, we didn't really lose him. And all the effort we went through with trying to get survivors out of Raccoon City on a subway ended up in vain due to him, getting should I even call it a second wind? More like a third or fourth. And civilians got killed. Nikolai betrayed Jill and Mikhail, and Mikhail blew himself up in an attempt to take him down, which was pretty badass, by the way. And I'm really liking Jill as a character, especially in this remake. I like fighting Nemesis, but I really wish his design was it's the face. The face just ruins it for me. I can't stop not talking about the face. Just no. And we at the end of part 2, we ended up switching to Carlos, and he's actually in the RPD station, and we saw how Marvin got bit, at least in this continuity of the series, because Brad, he got stabbed through the head with one of Nemesis's tentacles, whereas in this he just got bit by a generic zombie. I can't remember how Marvin got infected in the original versions of either game, but either way, we had a bit that connection with the second game where he was, how he told Leon and Claire, if you see a person, relapse, don't hesitate. They're not. It's too late for them. We saw where he got that from, because Brad had a relapse, to a temporary, 2-second relapse back to his old self, and that just caught Marvin off guard, and he got bit right in the gut, which is how he gets infected and turns into a zombie in RE2 proper. And so now we're in the station as Carlos, trying to look for some doctor, Nathaniel Bard, who apparently had created a T-virus vaccine, or at least that's the implication. T-virus antidote, vaccine, whichever. I want to say antidote. So yeah, I'm a little late. I kind of wanted to, being a horror game, I kind of like doing it when the day is kind of gone by, so that way it's more atmospheric. I did that with the second game, so to try and get me in the mood. So, Jill is out for the count at the moment. Now we're Carlos. Nemesis down. Models, and shit. Yeah. Concept art, just like in the second game. Oh, this is a classic model. Yeah, she does not wear skirts. She actually wears a skirt, which is like, well, it kind of, well, at first it kind of, from the front it looks like the skirt, but when you look down, it's like, yeah, I get why they did it. They didn't want, you know, any panty shots, but, eh. She doesn't look half bad. She definitely does not look like Mila Jovovich for me. Like, I don't know where you're seeing it, but I'm glad I don't, because the less of that because the less I'm reminded of that, the better I feel. Yeesh. Oh, this is the, yeah, these are the classic models. Murphy. Poor Brad. And those weird toy uncle things. Anyway. To business. Everything was in order for the ride out of the city, but that relentless creature appeared yet again. The train was derailed during the attack with Jill still inside. Carlos, however, was not on board. He has been sent to investigate the city's police department, though it doesn't seem there's a force left to greet him. Nope, they've been annihilated, and what little hasn't been killed off will surely be killed off by the events of 2. And we got Brad's card, which will likely come in handy. What's this? ID security protocols. September 16th, 1998. Each member of the force has been issued an ID card. From now on, this same card will be required to access all storage boxes. Do not lend your card to anyone. Take great care in using it. If your card goes missing, report it lost immediately. RPD Facility Maintenance Department. Well, there you go. What do we got? What do we got? Rifle ammo. Yeah, the assault rifle is very, very weak. Insultingly weak. Alright, so we're retreading territory. That don't sound good. What the...
What the hell was that thing?
Was that a liquor tongue? Did they put liquors in the game? Because if so, I am woefully not prepared for them. I don't have Claire's grenade launcher. I think I'm in trouble.
Couldn't have been a zombie.
No. Worse. Hey. Yep. They both got killed by a liquor. The one down there getting his face slashed open, and this guy getting impaled.
I didn't stick around.
Nope. Busted out the window.
Here we go.
Hey. I only want to use the rifle when it gets crowded. Yup. Definitely a liquor. Oh. Get off me! Let me restart that. Yeah, I'm not satisfied.
What the hell was that thing?
Something we are not supposed to be fighting.
Couldn't have been a zombie.
Another one of those weird fucking doors, like he says.
I didn't stick around. Here we go.
Ugh. Do it again. Will they grab me if I'm behind them when they're face up like that? I don't know. Because it seems they're quite capable of reaching forward. They've done that several times now. It's like when they're face forward on the ground and I'm behind them, they can't reach me, but I don't know.
What the hell was that thing? Here we go.
Shit. Okay, going behind them works. Ah! Damn it. I really, really do not want to, like, have half my life eaten away upon the first go. That's why I'm obsessing over this. Skip.
What the hell was that thing? Couldn't have been a zombie.
I love how the Resident Evil games are like the only zombie games I can think of that actually refer to the zombies as zombies. They don't just call them any other word. It's like, it's a freaking zombie. What more other term do you need?
Didn't stick around. Here we go.
Okay, wait for him. Get a little closer. Whoa. That was lucky. Yeah, I must also say the gore physics are not as good as they were in 2. Like, from what I've seen, I haven't done it myself, but from what I've seen from others, you shoot them in the arms and legs, the limbs just, they don't slide off into a pile of goo like before. They just get blown away in an explosion. Whereas the headshots still seem reasonably fine.
Right.
That
big warm RPD welcome.
That worked. There's what I need. That's what I missed. Flash grenade.
T, you copy? There's something real nasty in here. I don't know what it is.
Something nasty? All right. I'll take a look with the cameras. Watch your 6.
What's this? Locker room cap. Are they seriously suggesting that the lockers are still able to be unlocked? Wouldn't that be breaking canon? I guess they were like, eh. Leave it alone. There's the heart door. Oh no. Damn it! Ugh. Okay. Safety deposit room, West office. him. And him. Good. Safety.
Shit. Fuck.
Damn it. What's this? A scope for the rifle. Custom part for the close quarters battle rifle. CQBR assault rifle has a sight to allow for more accurate shots. Yes, please. Nice. Ah, shit. Yeah. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Even though the limb damage has been downgraded, at least the headshots are still satisfying. Says... I don't know what this says. Wait a minute, it's a lock. That's that locker. But can I unlock it? It's Leon's desk. Can't do the puzzle for it, though. There's the other door. I wonder. I could have sworn I wrote down the codes for the lockers when I was replaying Resident Evil 2 when I played Resident Evil 2 a couple more times. Let's see, the West Office, first floor, F9. Yep, I did write it down. You know what? Screw it. It's cheating, but you know what? I have the codes. Might as well use them. Floor. Well, how about that? Yeah, it's cheating, but you know what? Screw it. And Cap is the other one that I committed to memory, so I'm still good with that. Oh, shit. Damn it. I really hate how good they are at reaching forward. Piece of shit.
Kind of fucked up shooting cops.
Yes, it is. Ah, the classic save room theme, how I love it. Internal memo. Oh, look at that. I found the code right there anyway. I didn't even need to look it up. Internal memo. September 22nd, 1998. Office supply internal relocation notice. Heat resistant 3-number combination safe. Move from Star's office 2nd floor to West office 1st floor. Combos left 9, right 15, left 7. Please change the combo ASAP upon receipt. RPD facility maintenance department. Well, look at that. It was there the whole time, and I didn't even... And I cheated for no reason.
Well, if cameras killed those things, I'd be set.
Is that supposed to be a Fatal Frame reference? Because if it is, that's a good reference. Nice use of the old theme. I love that they put in more music. I mean, the Resident Evil games, especially the older ones, they're lauded for their great soundtracks. The newer ones, not so much. But it's appreciated. You know, honestly, replaying Resident Evil 2, the 2 more times that I did, you might as well just turn on the classic soundtrack because there's practically none in the regular, and what's there really isn't that memorable. And I'm glad that for RE3 they at least fixed that.
Carlos, Star's office is up ahead.
Copy that.
Yeah, but I want a key for the supply room. Conserve the rifle. Use it only when needed, because that can go by very fast. A key. Likely for the safe. Whoops. Okay, he's truly dead. This is probably not it, but I want to check. Could have sworn this one was like D something. There goes another one. Could have sworn there was a busted wall here before in the second game. I don't know. Yeah, I remember that one was like D something. Once after playing that game a certain amount of times, you kind of start to remember some of the codes. Well, some of them, anyway. Oh! Liquor! Ah, and he killed me. Damn it! The bastard killed me. Mother... The bastard surprised me and killed me. Now I know why we got flash grenades. Right, you son of a bitch, I'm ready for you this time. Can't surprise me again. Did he just do a... Did he just do a sucker punch? Like Chris Redfield? Jesus Christ, dude. I knocked the wind out of him. Unfortunately, I'm low on health at this point. Yup. And I don't need this anymore. Whoa! Fucking really? What is Hideo Kojima doing in here? Or is it Shinji Mikami? I don't know which. This old thing. What is this? A detonator? No, it's a battery.
Mine now.
So that explains how some of the lockers opened. Yeah, look at that. 5.56. Yeah, that is definitely a bigger round than a 2.23.
Come to Papa.
Grenade launcher's not in there. Yeah, we can't do the 2 side because the peg's not there. Okay, that one came to life. And very little health. So they added liquors in the game. Did they exist in the original third game or no? Not sure. About 30 bullets left in a handgun. 1 grenade.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it blocked?
To keep the zombies out. What else? Albeit, it didn't work, of course.
Carlos, I've hit a dead end with the terminal here. Gonna head your way.
Copy that.
Well, he's gonna have an easy time because I just cleared out a whole bunch for him. Note to a friend. Hector, if you're seeing this, if you're reading this, I'm already dead. If you hear any noises coming from the locker, do not open it, please. So that's why there was a body in the locker in RE2. This guy stuffed a zombie in there until it finally died. While you were out on patrol, I focused on finding a way to get to the other side. I realized that explosives might be our best bet. I managed to rig up a pretty good bomb, but we don't have any batteries for the detonator. Pretty sure I sent one to the safety deposit room during intake last week. We need that battery if we're going to knock this wall down, so I headed upstairs to find you since I know you have the safety deposit room key, which I already did, because I diverted instinctually. Yeah, I have this tendency to, in a lot of games, I'm sure y'all have noticed that whenever something, ever branches in the path happen, I have this tendency to go, what's over there? And sometimes I end up finding what I needed anyway. As soon as I left the shower room, I was attacked. One of them bit me. I washed the wound as best as I could, but I feel worse and worse. Yup, he got turned into a zombie. I hope I don't need to spell out why you must not open the locker. Please don't worry about me. Just get yourself out of here as best as you can. Oh, your buddy Wes. He put himself in that locker, so that's what happened. He got bit. He knew he was gonna turn, so to keep himself from biting anyone else, he locked himself in his own locker until when he turned, and of course he eventually died in there. Apparently the zombie can only take isolation so much till it finally decides to give up. P.S. Don't worry about that $600 I lent you. Think of it as a gift towards your upcoming move. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, he's gonna need to move, alright. Cap. Correct. Another flash grenade.
Better not.
Yeah, I read the letter. Wait a minute. Just remembered. Yeah, even Carlos knows not to open it. So that's how the wall was busted before. Yep, he set up a bomb all right, just didn't have a battery.
Gotta move.
Uh-oh. That's a lot of Zambos.
One at a time, take a number.
Oi! Shinji, I thought I left you back downstairs. Uh-oh. That grenade blew up just in time. Running out of handgun ammo. Shit.
This asshole again.
Ay. Damn it. I really wish I had a Magnum right now instead of this weak pea shooter.
Carlos, I've hit a dead end with the terminal here. Gotta head your way.
Copy that. Better not.
Poor Sod locked himself in the locker, and that explosion also ruptured the water boiler right here. which of course meant steam, meaning where the wheel needed to be, meaning because there's steam, I cannot backtrack through here to get away from the zombos.
Move.
And she's alive.
One at a time, take a number.
He's stuck there. Great, almost out of handguns. Shit. You again. Okay, Shinji Mikami's gonna be hidden in that door again. As we do. So, hold on. Let me look up my video. There it is. Yellow. Come on, Shinji. We're dancing again. Equip this. So I can knock out the liquor again.
This asshole dead.
Okay, that went way better this time. I hate that I'm almost out of pistols, but at least I saved for the assault rifle for the targets I really wanted it for, namely for crowds. Wait, I missed something. What could I have missed? Oh, that. So, yeah, we got liquors in here. 2 of them. Not sure if they were in the original game, but nice cameo all the same. The linen room. Yep, down to 15 rounds for the handgun. Star's office. Hey, why does my gun not have the scope on it? Then again, neither did any of the weapons in RE2, come to think of it.
Dr. Bard.
Oh, thank God. Do you know how long I've been trying to reach somebody?
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of there. Just tell me where you are.
I'm trapped in a goddamn hospital, surrounded by every kind of abomination. Look, just send in stars. They're gonna know what to do.
No, negative. RPD's overrun too.
Then figure it out! Umbrella's gone crazy. They're killing all the researchers. I am the only one who knows how to make the vaccine to stop the zombies. So you can either sit there with your dick in your hand or send somebody who's capable of getting me the hell out of here.
Yeah, Jill's the only STARS member left.
I like him already.
Other than Chris, but
Yeah,
Chris is gone.
You heard what he said. We can't turn him over to the company.
That's not our call to make. That's Mikhail's call. I'm gonna check the computer, see if I can trace the doc's location.
Unfortunately for you, Mikhail's long gone too. And, well...
This'll take some time. Look around, see if you can find anything useful.
And by long gone, I mean not of this world anymore. Yeah, Chris is like Lord knows where by this point. He's definitely not vacationing in Europe, that's for sure. This is Wesker's office.
Is that Jill in the front row?
Yep. Bottom right. Second to the right. There's Wesker at the top right, above her. Don't know where Chris is. Maybe he's in the center. Bottom center. I think Brad's on top center. I don't see Barry anywhere. It's hard to tell on this photograph. Report on the mansion incident. This bizarre incident occurred in a mansion owned by the Umbrella Corporation located in the Arklay Mountains. And yeah, and what the doctor just said, you know, Umbrella's killing all the researchers. Well, yeah, they're trying to save face. On July 23rd, STAR's Bravo team was dispatched to the Arklay Mountains to investigate a series of mysterious and grisly murders and went unexpectedly radio silent. On July 24th, Alpha Team was dispatched as well and became entangled in the events at the nearby mansion. Yeah, Bravo Team. Yep, Bravo Team was Rebecca Chambers' team. They went out there into the mountains where they ran into this one guy called Marcus, who was like one of the big Umbrella bigwigs, but he like got betrayed. And his version of the T-virus involved the use of mutated leeches. And that was during the events of Resident Evil 0, which was prequel to the first game, and more specifically the remake of the first game, which had a weird attempt. It was a weird before Resident Evil 5. That was their first attempt at doing co-op. Well, it wasn't really so much co-op as much as it was like being able to control two characters in one game by yourself to both good and positive and negative results. And yeah, and Rebecca Chambers was the only one that made it, was the only survivor left of Bravo Team, and eventually she ended up at the Arklay Mansion where Alpha Team showed up, which was Chris, Jill, and Barry, and Wesker's team, and of course Wesker was in on the whole scheme. And July 24th, Alpha Team was dispatched as well and became entangled in the events at the nearby mansion. The incident culminated in the destruction of the mansion. Casualties were numerous. The only survivors were 5 members of STARS. Yeah, Jill, Chris, Barry. Jill, Chris, Barry. God damn it, I just said her name. Rebecca and Brad. And, well, Brad got killed in the beginning of RE3, both the remake and the original. So the only STARS members who were left long after this were Chris, Jill, Barry, and Rebecca, who all need new games by this point. I mean, Chris has been in, what, both RE5 and RE6, both of which are not exactly well loved. Jill has, until this point, not counting the remake, been in only one spin-off game, Revelations, which, along with its sequel, Revelations 2, are considered far better games despite the smaller budgets. Barry showed up as a playable main character in Revelations 2, along with Claire Redfield and Chris's sister. So it's like, yeah, of the ones that really need a new game, that isn't Chris, because honestly, Chris has been in everything at this point. Same with Leon. He was in 6 as well. As far as new... Oh, and also Chris was in in the expansions for Resident Evil, for the most recent titular Resident Evil game, 7, which was that first-person set one with that totally new character, Ethan Winter. So, and the Not a Hero DLC was basically like the capstone to that entire storyline, with Chris being the main playable character for that one. So, no more Chris, please. Give us Jill, give us... Hell, Rebecca hasn't been in a game since Resident Evil 0 herself. The last time she was really in anything was in one of the more recent movies. Vendetta, I think it was. It was either Vendetta or... I want to say it was Vendetta. It had Chris in it also, and Leon. So, yeah, the ones who really I would like to see in a new game at this point are, other that aren't Chris and Leon, are Claire, Jill, Barry, and Rebecca. Carlos as well, because he has not been seen in any other games since the original Resident Evil 3, and of course this, which is technically supposed to be a remake, a very chopped in half remake, but still, I wouldn't mind seeing him come back again, see what's been happening with him. Hell, I wouldn't mind Sheva from 5. Okay, so I was saying, incident culminated in destruction of mansion, casualties, numerous only survivors were 5 members of STARS. The cause of the incident was the illegal bioweapon experiments being carried out in a secret umbrella lab beneath the mansion. The T-virus being used in these experiments escaped the facility and is presumed to be the root cause of all that occurred. However, all evidence was destroyed along with the mansion, so further investigation has proven to be extremely difficult. Yep. Store this. Store this. Store this too. There's Chris's jacket. That was Rebecca's bag, medical bag, that I got the healing item from. This is Barry's desk. A real firearm fanatic he is. I want to say Chris's desk is over there. I want to say Jill is somewhere in this row. Don't know. No more use for Brad's card. Thank you, Brad. Even in death, you were most helpful. That's everything in here. There's the computer that would not be used until 2. So I guess we go out the door.
Yeah, what's up? Derailed. Was anyone hurt? Jill? Ah, shit. Wait, what? Jill! Jill, what happened? Jill, come in! T, I gotta go. Do what you gotta. I'll take care of Bard.
4:43 a.m. So I guess we're... Oh, the Carlos Express. So I guess we're switching back to Jill. Several minutes earlier. Back in the tunnels. Looking a little roughed up there, darling. I still have good health, despite everything. 1 grenade. 6 flame rounds. 4 explosive rounds. 33. 66 handgun rounds total. 21 shotgun rounds total.
Am I the only one who made it?
Yes and no, Jill. And you're probably not gonna like the answer for who the other person is.
Carlos? Come in. Carlos? Oh, damn it. I guess I'm out of range.
Green. I'm guessing these are the acid rounds they mentioned. Is it possible for me? No, I cannot do it. I was hoping I could completely downgrade the shotgun, take off the upgraded stock, and instead equip onto it the extended magazine, but it doesn't allow me. Shit. UBCS, new weaponry notice. Good news, limp dicks. I've got some new weaponry for you that's guaranteed to put the brass back in your sacks. They're called mine rounds. These babies were developed by Umbrella's military R&D, and they will light your fires even hotter than the lover you left back home. Ugh, they're tough to find and tricky to handle, but trust me, they're worth it. Alright, let's look at the specs. Mine rounds are designed for standard issue grenade launchers. Don't get cute and try to load them in anything else. Fire them at walls or the ground, and they'll stay right where you put them. The sensor in the mine will detect anything approaching. The sensor in the mine will detonate approaching enemies and detonate when they get within range. Ugh, I'm dyslexic today. So basically, just toss them in an enemy's path and you've got yourself a landmine. There's no such thing as unfair when you're taking on those giant freaks, so get out there and fight dirty. Okay, they're not acid rounds, they're mine rounds. If they're not acid rounds, then why are they colored green? Make up your mind, game. Well, it's like a bluish green, like Do. Debating if I want to hold on to the knife. I could make extra handgun ammo, but I don't know. I got the shotgun that I want to hold on to just in case. So I'm thinking of maybe waiting a while. Okay, so now we got explosive, flame rounds. Got 4 more flame rounds right here. Wait a minute, there's still something in there. Another health. Underground again. Uh-oh. Bodies. And when there's bodies, there's zombies. Wait for him to come closer. What's with the sleeping court bunks? Is this like a rest stop for the homeless or something? Another bobblehead. Stabby, stabby, just in case. The flame rounds seem to have very limited radius. Uh-oh.
alive. I can't stay here.
Of course he's still alive. The original game was named after him for a reason. Whoa. Look at that. The clock tower. One of the 3 cut areas in the game. Which sucks. This looks cool. But going inside that would have been cooler. Yeah, I'm not, like, I'm desperately want to love this game, and I'm enjoying it. I really am. There's a lot of stuff I like, but it really greatly annoys me how Capcom doubled down on cutting out unnecessary amount of content from the original story. Like, the point of a remake is just to take what was there and bring it back and do it better. Instead, they went the opposite way. It's like, it's funny. It's disgustingly ironic how the remake of the very first Resident Evil was the game still had the god-awful tank controls, but it made up for it by adding so much else, like new rooms, new puzzles, new enemies. But then you go to the remakes of 2 and now 3, where the gameplay is better, but everything else is lacking, like cut levels, cut bosses, cut bonus content, which completely limits how much replay value there is. And if anything, it's worse here, because at least with Resident Evil 2, there was still some things to go back and do. But here, I don't think there is much by comparison to that. And you want to know why? Resistance. That multiplayer Left 4 Dead knockoff that they forced onto the game in order to once again chase trends. Like, Capcom has to know everyone has wanted another Resident Evil Outbreak, and the reason why that game is loved is because even though it was a co-op game, both of them, they were the closest to being genuine Resident Evil games. You know, being how they were able to take the formula and allow for multiple characters with multiple people to play as them as. Whereas everything else since then has been cheap attempts to chase after other games that this series has no business emulating. So it sucks, really. We got robbed out of a better game, probably 2 better games, 3 if you count RE2 with how its content was cut, because Capcom, in their infinite wisdom, decided to plug their heads back into the sand just as they were doing well again, and completely, sabotage what could have been a far better game. It's like, we got cheated, and they themselves cheated, because instead of just making Resistance just an Outbreak game we all would have wanted, they instead chased trends again. And they had to know nobody cared about that game. So what do? They cheated. Rather than having the game stand alone on its own merits, they forced it onto this game, and in so doing, took away precious time and development from the RE3 team. I mean, granted, I hate how Resident Evil 2 got cut as well. But here it's even more severe because of the extra baggage that was put onto it. I can understand trimming fat, getting rid of a puzzle or 2 that no one liked, getting rid of an enemy no one liked. But to take away 3 entire areas, 2 in RE2's case, axe out a boss fight that people didn't mind, and it's not so much trimming fat anymore, it's so much as it's committing digital anorexia, and it's disgusting, really. It's like, Capcom, you're doing so well, but you're still falling back on old habits we told you was failing you back in the 2000s. Capcom actually went broke in the a couple of years ago because they were making so many bad decisions after another. Then they come roaring back with Monster Hunter World and Devil May Cry 5 and the remake to Resident Evil 2, and now they're doing it all over again. It's like they don't learn. They keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Anyway, St. Michael's Clock Tower. St. Michael's Clock Tower is a Baroque-style building which stands at the heart of Raccoon City, which we'll never go into because Capcom are fucking idiots. It has become a beloved icon, and residents consider it to be emblematic of the city as a whole. St. Michael's Church erected this tower in 1908 with the assistance of several philanthropists. It was dedicated to the children born in the developing city, and the first floor was used as an elementary school for many years. The city saw further growth during its electrification over the course of the early 20th century. The student body of St. Michael's Elementary swelled to over 600 students. Unfortunately, St. Michael's Elementary was shuttered in 1978 as the building began to show signs of age and wear. The clock was deactivated, and strict limitations were placed on entry to the surrounding premises. Years passed with this once beloved monument and public plaza on lockdown, but in the 1990s, the Umbrella Corporation worked in league with Mayor Michael Warren to renovate and reopen the area, this time with proper preservation efforts in place. Yeah, how much you want to bet it wasn't exactly for the public in the way they thought it was. The clock tower was officially reopened in 1993, and today the sound of its heavy tolling bells can once again be heard throughout the city. And of course, being Umbrella, they decided to put a little puzzle in there, which of course, like the building itself, we'll never get to experience in this remake. Yeah, I'm ranting, I know, but it's hard not to when Capcom just keeps screwing up in ways that are so obvious that they shouldn't. Another silly doll. Something big's coming. I can feel it in my bones. Uh-oh. He's still going. Stop, drop, and roll, idiot.
Bitch can't even swim.
You sure about that?
Carlos, respond.
He's gonna come back up, you know it.
Yeah, what's up?
We didn't make it. The train derailed.
Derailed? Was anyone hurt?
No, everybody's dead. Mikhail, everybody.
Shit.
Nikolai left us to die.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
Oh no.
Jill,
I knew it.
Jill, come in.
He's Xeno Nemesis now. Run, 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 run. Run, woman. What do I do? Okay, that looks awesome.
Come on!
Hi. How did I fucking miss? Okay, now what? It's like, use explosives or mines. What the fuck is he doing? Do I use... He's just running around. Let's try mining this one.
I'm gonna kill you.
Hell yeah, woman! Hey. He's running around again.
Gotta find a way to stop it.
Hey. Hey. I'm trying to press the dodge button, it won't work.
If I can get a mine in front of it.
Here it comes. Did it go up on there?
It's too hard to hit while it's moving.
Hate it in the heart. Ah. Mine rounds.
You're about to take a nasty fall.
Not now. There he goes again.
It's too hard to hit while it's moving.
Coming this way. Ugh. I pressed the fucking dodge button. Got him.
Right? Let's do this. Stop it!
That dodge button is fucking mistimed. Seriously.
You still there? Oh, come on. You're gonna crap out on me now? God damn it.
Yeah, seriously, the dodge button is like mistimed. Like, I press it, nothing happens. I press it when I know where, when I think it's at a good position, I get hit anyway. It's fucking awful. Like they did, like I'm trying, I'm really trying, but it's like, it seems to work when it wants to, but then it craps out right when you need it. Yeah. No more space for anything. So yeah, I kind of like this boss fight. Having to keep away from it as it attacks, and use mines to dislodge it from the circle. That looks like the most feasible one to me. Because of how low it is in its position. But, yeah, the fucking dodge button. I do like how he looks. Yeah, freaking xenomorph Nemesis. Are you kidding me? Nice. Your Return of the Jedi trick. Oh. Oh, no. Not good. Well, look who shows up.
Interesting. You've done me a big favor, mister.
Oh no. She's gotten infected. Half a day later.
Jill!
I don't feel so good, Trophy.
Hey, answer me. God damn it. Tyrell, do you copy?
What's going on?
Jill's been infected. I'm taking her to the hospital. Maybe Dr. Bard can save her.
All right, I'll meet you there.
Great.
You hang in there, Super Cop. I got you.
Daylight. So by this point in time, Resident Evil 2's already finished its side of the story. September 29th, 9:20, Spencer Memorial Hospital.
Fight it, Jill. I'm gonna get you the vaccine.
Really?
You're gonna be okay. I promise.
Yeah, we're in the hospital. Yeah, if I remember, in the original game, he actually put her, kept her in the church while he went to the hospital. We don't have the vaccine yet. Alrighty, so we're playing Carlos again, while Jill's incapacitated. I really need more handgun ammo. Alright. I think this is a good place to stop and take a break and resume either in a little bit or tomorrow. Don't know. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, we did the first part with Carlos, which was memory lane down the RPD. Well, technically before Resident Evil 2 starts. And now we're somewhere after Resident Evil 2, because you saw that, right? There was daylight. At least I assume that is the case. And, yeah, 4 hours, 37 minutes. Ugh, it doesn't even... Apparently, I don't know if the game counts cutscenes or not. I don't know. But, yeah, then we went back to Jill, just for a little bit, with the Nemesis fight. Yeah, you see where I'm starting to see the cracks with the game. It's like, it's painfully obvious a lot was cut from this game that obviously shouldn't have. So we were supposed, had this game had actually been not encumbered with that resistance mode, we would have gotten more content, including the clock tower puzzle, which, along with the dead factory, is like a fan favorite. And of course there would have been the park, where we would have fought the gravedigger. That is, if they didn't turn it into a QuickTime event like they did the alligator in RE2. And I do admit, I do like that they give Nemesis multiple forms, because throughout the original game, he was mostly in his humanoid form, and it wasn't until like the last minute that he turned into a new version of himself. So I kind of like this change, because we get a little more variety out of his mutations, and I did like that xenomorph look that he had, and having to knock him off balance with the mines in order to take a huge chunks of his health out of his heart, or the parasite. Yeah, because, yeah, the remember Mr. X from the second game? Well, Nemesis is also technically a Tyrant class bioweapon, just like X was. Main difference being Umbrella put in this parasite called the Nemesis Alpha or something, which hijacks the Tyrant's brain, making it more susceptible to command and less likely to be dumb, because that was one of the big flaws of the original Tyrants from the first game and other games was they were powerful brutes, but they were dumb as rocks, more or less. Whereas the Nemesis, the parasite, took over the brain and gave somewhat more sentience to the Tyrant class bioweapon. And of course, being able to due to the fact that it could use weapons like the flamethrower and rocket launcher and the chain gun and the god awful Resident Evil Apocalypse movie. So yeah, I like that little change, but it pisses me off that so much of that part was cut name from the clock tower. So we're now back playing as Carlos, and this seems like a good place to stop. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to continue tonight or if I'll continue tomorrow. So I'll think about it. For now, this will do with part 3. Shorter, I imagine, than the other one. Now, if only the freaking dodge button would actually cooperate, because I'm having a lot of hard feelings for it at the moment, and not the positive kind. So that'll do it for part 3. I'll be back later with part 4 when soon as I feel I'm up to it. Either if not tonight, then maybe tomorrow. And we'll see where we go from here.